Greetings, it's your friendly neighborhood PhD, Dr. Jed Burton, coming at you with another Beyond report on this Friday, April the 15th, 2021. As always, if you like the content, please click like, subscribe, and share. And no, this is not a meritorious sash of honor that I'm wearing. It's actually seatbelt. I'm out and about, and I thought I would make a quick video in the Burton Mobile. At any rate, one of the things that's been on my mind lately is, I'm always talking about context in terms of Scripture. And I've been thinking a lot about this, and it's a lot of why I do what I do with the Institute of Biblical Anthropology. You're getting people to understand the narrative in context. And I've seen some things lately that I've talked about on a number of videos, kind of like I talked about a progressive pastor who spoke about Jesus possibly being a racist because of his encounter with the Syrophoenician woman and his use of dog, which is completely taken out of context. Anyway, that's a long story. You can watch the video on that if you want to. There's in fact, the last Beyond report, half of it, I think, was kind of a tirade over this guy's misunderstanding of the Greek. But I'm seeing this more and more these days, is the kind of trying to interject, these progressive woke pastors trying to interject their politics into the context, into the Scripture, basically, without understanding the context that it's written in. That is basically apostasy 101. That's a recipe for completely bastardizing the text and not understanding that. And I posted on Facebook earlier today, and have in recent days and weeks, that it's becoming more and more important to understand context and understand a supernatural worldview, a biblical worldview of the Bible, because of events that are transpiring, not only that are more easily quantifiable, like social events and political events and things in the mundane world, but also the kind of things that tax the senses, like more UFO sightings, increased reportings of demonizations, and exorcisms, and all manner of paranormal phenomena. Getting people to understand these things in terms of a biblical worldview is a lot of what I do through the Institute of Biblical Anthropology. And, folks, it's more important, and I'm speaking to everybody as a general rule, but in particular, my fellow Christians, it's more important now than it's ever been to understand Scripture in context, to understand it from the point of view of the culture it was written in, the authors who are writing the books of the Bible. Otherwise, why would God have chosen that time and place with people of that mindset to write this grand narrative? So I'll say a little bit more about that and the tie-in to the Institute. I just finished this afternoon another episode of Blurry Creatures with Nate and Luke. It was a lot of fun. Tomorrow night, I think I'm doing The Edge Radio with Daniel Ott, the Cosmic Cowboy. That should be a lot of fun. And Sunday, I think that Josh Peck and I finally nailed down a schedule to do an episode of the Sharpening Report. I believe we're going to talk about the Essenes, so it should be really interesting. He's done a lot of good research on the Essenes of late and what may have happened to them. I actually have coursework that you can take that's got academic rigor in it, that I've designed, that can help you understand context a lot better. I have 3 certification programs one in biblical anthropology, one in biblical demonology, and one in preternatural morphology. The last of those being basically how demons manifest in various kinds of folkloric forms like vampires and werewolves, those sorts of things. And I've also launched, because it's been very much on my mind, I've also recently launched a Greek program, a Rudiments of New Testament Greek. And the 3 certification programs are on sale for $175 this week. The Rudiments of New Testament Greek is also on sale for $250. And the big special continues to be the $300 package, and you actually get the Rudiments of New Testament Greek, your choice of one of those 12 course certifications, and an ebook library, which is about $650 worth of stuff for about $300. If you want to take advantage of any of these, and a number of you have this week, you can email me at professorburton@yahoo.com, and I'll get you registered for all of these, or whichever one you want. But even beyond that, if you don't, and I appreciate all the support that I get from you guys, but even if you don't end up taking coursework from me, as Scripture says, prove yourselves, by study. It's never been more important to be aware of in a kind of unseen realm. The book by Dr. Mike Heiser, in that sort of mindset, it's never been more important to understand that the chess pieces are really kind of set out that way. And if you haven't read that book, I highly recommend it. So that's really all I wanted to say today is, I could talk about things in the news. I could talk about, archaeological findings or whatever, but that's really what's on my mind today is the importance of context and coming to grips with a supernatural worldview, a biblical worldview. So I hope everybody has a good evening, good weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. I'll see you on these podcasts. All right, Godspeed. Talk to you later.